All right, Shalom. I'm going to start out with giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. Coming at you with another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. The Little Mermaid, the 2023 film. And you got a lot of Edomites who are in an uproar about it. And the Edomites are the so-called white people today. That is their biblical nationality. They are the Edomites. They're not the white people, okay? That term, that definition, they have put on themselves in the mid-1600s, okay? And I believe it was established, okay, set in stone, I want to say around 1681, if I'm not mistaken, okay? But they have coined themselves that title, right? And when you go in the definition of that title, that means blameless, pure, holy. Okay, and that's just three definitions I'll give you right there. And we know from the works that they have done and that they still continue to do on the earth that they are the opposite of that. Okay, so still going in of, you have people in an uproar about this woman right here playing, the new, the revised. Okay, that's what they do. They revise it a little bit and they, add things to it or whatnot to create a new movie. But nevertheless, Edomites trying to uprise about a black woman playing the Little Mermaid. Okay, but how dare you? How dare you be mad about something so insignificant? Now, I will say this. Imagery, right? E uses imagery as his witchcraft, right? So I could see why they could be a little bit upset, but what about all the false narratives and the depictions you have put out throughout the earth? And like I said, me and the brothers spoke about it, and we're going to do a lesson on it, and we're going to pull up a few movies of what you have done in a false depictions that you have put all forth around the earth of not mythical creatures, okay, but people that actually lived and walked the earth. And even when you go back into history dealing with the Greek mythology, a lot of that was created by wicked jakes, okay? Yes, Israelites, people of color, and you have adopted that as your own. And as you do everyone's, inventions, whether they wicked or righteous. All right, but without further ado, like I said, it's not impromptu to the spirit. But without further ado, let's pull one up. Okay, you're in an uproar. Let's type this in. Passion of the Christ. So wait a minute. So this is your movie, because like you said, your movie is supposed to be based off truth. And a lot of times when you start doing historical pieces, you have a lot of things in place, which is, to try to bring it to in its realness, okay, in its realness and in its fullness. And you'll have everything on point, except for what? The true depiction of the characters. Why is that? Why is that? Because you can use imagery to play on the minds of the people. So now as we're starting here with Passion of the Christ, in which that's not his name, that's not his title. The Lord's true name is Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, okay? Yahweh Shai being his true name in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, Hamashiach meaning the anointed. All right? So, as this character who this is supposed to be, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, right? This is the depiction you have him as. You see? You see what you have done? Look at this, and look at this guy. But is this the truth? Can we see if this is the truth or not? Can we actually go to the Holy Bible and see what the color of the Lord is? Can we? Oh, or shall we? How about that? Shall we? You don't got people in an uproar about this, right? Because you people talking about truth, you know? Y'all believe in truth. Well, what about what the words say? So it's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. It says, the revelation of Yahushua Mashiach, which the Most High gave unto him to show unto his servants thing which must shortly come to pass. And he sent it and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. Okay, so this is what John, the Revelator, is about to be revealed. So let's jump up to verse 13. It says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and a girdle about the paps with a golden girdle. It says his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. So let's stop there and let's go over to this a little bit. It says his head and his hairs were white like wool. Now we know wool is what? Wool is a texture. Okay? Wool is a texture. Now when you start to go into the white, that goes into what? When you see older jakes or older, black men, when they're getting old, when their hair starts to turn gray, when you no longer see black in it, it doesn't actually turn gray per se. You get this white grayish look to almost where it looks just completely white. So this is what this is going into, right? So it says his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Why? Because the Lord drank wine. They called him a wine bibbler. Not saying he was a drunk, but he drank wine. On top of that, when you deal with the characteristics of the Lord, he was what? He was a stern, he was an austere man. When you go into this movie, they portray him to not be as such one. It's not to be a alpha male, so to speak. Right? It says, in his feet like unto fine brass. His what? His feet like unto fine brass. I don't even have to pull it up. You should already know the color of brass. And it sure ain't this color, right? Sure ain't this pale face. So you got strike one, because his hair look at his hair, all stringy and doggy, right? He didn't have hair like that. He didn't have this complexion, these complexion and features that you're giving him in multiple movies. So it says, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they, not only his feet like unto fine brass, but it says, as if they burned in a furnace. Whoa. When you burn something in the furnace, it becomes darker. Right? This is common knowledge. So, but when it comes to the Bible, you want to play stupid. You see? You want to play like you want to act like you don't have common sense. All right? It says, and his voice is a sound as many waters. And I'm going to jump right back. I got to jump on this bus. But yeah, the Lord spoke loud.